Hey y'all, it's Allie. Welcome to Little Hill Homestead. We did recently a couple versions. We did a chicken bouillon dupe. Basically, we made our own chicken bouillon, and we've done the tomato chicken bouillon. And a lot of you guys said, "Hey, can you do a beef?" And I'm like, "Yes, I can." So today we are doing beef bouillon, but it doesn't actually have beef in it. This is actually a vegetarian or vegan version. That doesn't mean it doesn't taste good. It just means it's the easiest way for you to create it at home without dehydrating or freeze drying beef. I wasn't a fan. So let's just get started. So the first thing you guys are going to need, and this is in replacement for the beef. I'm putting this into a magic bullet blender, whatever these are called. I do this in here because this does have a couple ingredients that, like a bay leaf, that unless they're broken down, it's not going to do so well. So I do just make it into my blender. So the first thing you're going to need is 4 tablespoons of mushroom powder. We make our own. We dehydrate portobello mushrooms. Literally, it only takes a couple hours for them to dehydrate. I think it's like 6 at 145. And it'll make enough for 2 batches of this, and it makes a bunch. So you guys will be set for quite a while. It has so mushroom, once it's dried out, it has a very savory flavor that mimics beef really, really well. You won't miss it, I promise. So 1/4 of a cup of that. The next thing you need is nutritional yeast. I just get this one from Trader Joe's. I know you can get it from Azure and different places. I have the Trader Joe's one. That's what we are using. I don't want to knock anything over here. Whoops. So I have 1/4 of a cup going in. The next thing you need is 3 tablespoons of tomato powder. I take our tomatoes. We have little tiny ones called they're called match cherry tomatoes. They're little bitty guys. I dehydrate them whole. And then when I need tomato paste, I just run it through the same little magic bullet blender. So I have 3 tablespoons of that. You can do 4 going in. That adds just kind of like a nice tomatoey flavor. Then we get started with the plethora of spices. It does have a lot of spices in it. It's all good though. The first thing we're going to do is salt. I don't like a heavily salted bouillon, and so a lot of them are just a lot of salt. I do a tablespoon because, like I said, this does make a bunch. Most of them are 2 to 3 tablespoons if you were to look like at other recipes online, and I was like, it's too much for me. So we take it to 1 tablespoon. Hold on, I'm making a note so that when I write the recipe below, you guys will be good. The next thing we need is onion powder. This is our homemade onion powder. We have another video, the same one with the mushroom. We show you guys how to make your own onion powder. So it's 2 tablespoons of that. Homemade onion powder has a little bit of a different flavor, but it's delicious, you guys. You should really make your own. It cost me $2 to fill this whole jar. There you go. The next thing we need is granulated garlic or garlic powder. They're the same thing. This takes 2 tablespoons of that going in. This is not our homemade version because I'm still working on that. It's, like I said in that video, she's been a little bit of a diva. She's taken like 36 hours to completely dry out, but you got to let it do its thing. So she's outside just doing her thing. It's fine. The next thing we need is a little bit of mustard powder. This kind of helps. It has a little spiciness, but it adds another like kind of savory thing. So it is a tablespoon of mustard powder. Don't be like, my gosh, that's a lot going in there. Like I said, this is a bulk thing. It'll fill one of these jars pretty much, and you'll be set for a while for all of your recipes. Then we've got oregano. We need a tablespoon of oregano going in. I'm going to try to jam through some of these. Black pepper, 1 tablespoon of black pepper going in. See how they're all like savory, like rich ingredients? That's kind of the whole vibe that you're going to end up with. Thyme leaves. It's actually 2 teaspoons of thyme. If you have ground thyme and not leaves, I would do 1 teaspoon. Celery seeds. Celery seeds is 1 teaspoon. I'll have this at the bottom, by the way. So don't be like, wow, lady, calm down, slow down. I'll have it at the bottom for you. Then we've got 1 bay leaf. I put it in whole. That's why we're blending it up in this little blender guy, is it'll break down in there. A lot of people are like, you can't eat bay leaves. When you blend it in there, you're going to get such a small amount, it's not going to hurt you. You got 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. If you want to omit those, you can. It's really not enough to give you any heat. And then the last thing we need is 1 teaspoon of paprika. So those are all of our spices. Do you see how it looks kind of like those sand art things that you did when you were like kids? I'm going to go, excuse me, I keep burping in this right here. My bad, I would just ate lunch. It's real life around here, Little Hill Homestead, like I always say. I'm going to go run this through our magic bullet really quickly, which I lost the top for. It's around here somewhere. It must be over there. I'm going to go run it through our magic bullet, and I'll be right back to show you what the consistency is. But here it is right now. Boom, there you go. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. There's what it looks like after. Boom. So this one, let me get it open for you. I just store it in a jar. Like I said, we keep these jars on our spice rack. Bouillons I typically keep in the cabinet, so I'll just throw it in whatever jar I've got lying around. How do I describe it? I don't have my taste. I mean, I don't have my smell fully back. It's very like seasoned, which beef bouillon typically has a lot going on. But that mushroom makes it smell like beef. It's really interesting. You would, for this, use 2 to 3 teaspoons of it for 1 cup of water. If you're using it like in your recipes, you would use it the same as you do like commercial beef bouillon. So that is our recipe for today. And there you go. We finally made you guys your beef bouillon. You've been asking for this for probably close to a year. Since the channel started, you guys started bringing up beef bouillon. And I was like, I have to dehydrate mushrooms, and it's a whole thing. And there you guys go. We finally got to it for you. Using this beef bouillon, will tomorrow's video have onion soup packet mixes for you guys. You know, the like onion soup that you buy at the grocery store. I'm going to show you guys how, using the beef bouillon, you can make onion soup mix. So stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned. What year is it? It's not the 50s. Look for that one tomorrow. It'll be out. We always try to publish our stuff at 6 o'clock Eastern time. So if you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, you're set. You can wake up to me. But otherwise, that's just when I post them. And usually by 6:30, I'm already up looking at the comments. So anyways, there's our beef bouillon, you guys. I'll have the entire, so all of our videos, I say this to you guys all the time. If you hit below the description button, it'll drop down and it'll have, most of our recipes are written in there, unless it's like something that doesn't really have a recipe. But this will be down there with all of the ingredients and the instructions, and you guys will be set for a while on this guy. Let me know if you try it. Let me know what you think. Appreciate it. Bye, guys.